it looks like Google is thinking about a folding screen of its own. And I actually have a picture on here of a folding screen. Now, a recent patent application filed by Google suggests the search giant is experimenting with foldable display technology, similar to the panel seen on the Huawei Mate X and Samsung Galaxy Fold. Now, the filing describes a method for constructing an OLED panel that can be bent repeatedly and used in a modern computing device. Now, what's interesting here is that Google doesn't produce any displays of its own and isn't the kind of company that really manufactures its own handsets either. Like Apple with its iPhones, Google reportedly outsources manufacturing of the Pixel 3 to Foxconn, and both HTC and LG shared manufacturing duties on the Pixel 2 phones. Now, it doesn't mean it's impossible for a product based on this patent to see the light of day. It's just that in the event it does, it'll probably be because Google licensed it out to a third party rather than producing a foldable screen itself. So there's a couple of images that go along with it. Hopefully, we'll see what comes of this. Ironically, the patent goes on to display a possible folding device that could be bent in two different places called a Z-fold display without breaking, thanks to whatever sounds like a smaller number of layers required when building the screen of the device. Now, we're not display manufacturing experts. The Verge isn't who has this article written, but it's not clear whether Google would ever build such a thing or why we'd want a Z Fold, but the survivability of folding phones is definitely still an open question. We're still early on in the stages of bendable technology, especially when it comes to displays. Samsung's Galaxy Fold is rated to survive hundreds of thousands of folds, while Gorilla Glass manufacturer Corning is developing a glass screen that can be folded, and it hopes will be more durable than existing plastic solutions. Now, it's important to mention that Google's patent doesn't even mention the word phone once. Instead, it refers to how the display could be used by modern computing devices. Sounds to me like we're talking about phones, but it could refer to tablets, possibly even laptops, assuming that they're still working on tablets and laptops anymore. Apparently they decided, oh, you don't like the tablets, but maybe the Chromebook, ... Google's interest in foldable phones has so far focused on the software aspect of their design. It added support for foldable displays into Android last year and also worked with Samsung to ensure that Android would work as the Galaxy Fold's operating system. Clearly, foldable phones are important to the future of Android, and Google appears to be interested in both the hardware as well as the software.